Hey there, it's Mark. This is a follow-up. Take a couple suggestions, quite a few actually, from that unboxing video where people noticed some interesting things about some models and they had some questions about rubber tires. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about them today. Later on, I'm going to have this J case unboxing video. I didn't want to unbox that before I did this because I want to do that. Then I want to do a video on Mr. Grooves. Then I do the J case unboxing video. And then it's probably going to be a few weeks before the next case shows up. If you got a chance to check out my sponsored video, Micro Wheels, thank you very much. They sponsored a video, and they have these cool little micro cars, pullback racers. So those of you who already watched it, thank you very much. Oh yeah, I published a track time video this morning as well. So like this model right here, Buns of Steel. If you go to that case unboxing video, if you want Buns of Steel for track time, you say, hey, Buns of Steel for track time, but do it over on that case unboxing video, okay? Now, Buns of Steel, Gavin Pathel, Buns of Steel is missing the big exhaust pipes that stick out of the back, unless, of course, they changed design a little bit. Changed the design a little bit. So he says in the back, yeah, they changed. They sure did. Buns of Steel. Let's go ahead and get the other. Here's an older version. It used to have two big shakes in the back. So you have your hamburger, your fries, and you got your shakes. So now I guess you got your fries, but you ain't got no shake. Well, that's the way it goes. What's really interesting is this is a 2019 release. It was new in 2018. So like what? They issue a few colors, and a year later, they have to reduce that metal content. It's a fantasy car. It's a Hot Wheels design. There's no licensing. It doesn't make sense to me. Since this is an older release, maybe you didn't, I don't know if I showed it. Here's what they had on the back of the new model card. Fire up your grill. It's time to hit the streets with some sizzling fast meat. Never playing catch-up, Buns of Steel has got all the trimmings to zoom past the competition and relish that first place win. Well, it still has the buns, still has the meat, it still has the fries. It just doesn't have the shake anymore. At a glance, I did not notice anything different. Now, it's a standalone. It's okay just like this. It's like he's transporting a little hamburger. I'm okay, but it's a shame because you know why? This car, well, not this one now, but this one's fast. Street Wiener, I thought that Street Wiener would be faster than this guy, but this guy smoked Street Wiener. He was so fast. So we had a casting change, and there was another casting change. 5 Alarm. Here's an older release of 5 Alarm. I should have got the new model. 5 Alarm, 2009, new models. Crazy Man 51, 5 Alarm used to have 6 wheels. And he's correct. Look, 6 wheels, triple axle, 6 wheels. And since I got the new models, let's see if they have anything in. Oh, yeah, they sure did. Look right there. Specialty with the turbine tank engine, side exhaust, and safety tools on top. This fire truck was made for fast response on and off the job. And just like he mentioned, 6 wheels. I had grabbed this color. I just went to my box with 5. I had these in a separate box. I just grabbed this sample, 6 wheels. But now this leads to another story. If you happen to look at the graphics, it has a circle flame logo. But see, that's the deal. Back in 2009, the designers, they loved that logo, and they would use the logo because it was a cool design. And I agree, it's a cool design. And then somebody in marketing decided, hey, we're going to use that for the Circle Flame logo for the treasure hunts. So if you have this is not a treasure hunt. It was just a logo that they used to like to use. It doesn't mean that it's a treasure hunt like modern day treasure hunts. So here's the new version of 5 Alarm. They lost that axle, and they just turned around, they just put a plug right there, just covered it up. I have this loose sample. And even though it's red, it's not the one that I just showed you. So you can see how they changed it. I noticed some other things as well. For one, they made this part. It used to be chrome. This part was all one piece. This is all chrome. But now instead, they just make this part, And this part right here is part of the body instead of being part of this insert. It's what it is. And there's another there's another big difference. While 5 Alarm used to have a nice long ladder, well, guess what? Look what they did. They put this little short stubby ladder there. That is disappointing. It's a fantasy model once again, right? It's a Hot Wheels design. It's not like they have to pay anybody any licensing. And then they cut costs on the ladder, cut costs on the axle. I can understand the axle because maybe that's more. But there's no difference between popping in a ladder this size or a ladder this size. And the amount of plastic difference is minimal. Now, the range on this one, but it does not rotate. It's wedged between those two pivot points, if you remember that video. So that's how far it would go up. Now, if this one's shorter, who knows, maybe it could rotate further. Let's see, I don't know. The first time I'm doing this, let's see. A little rigid. So I don't know if it can go up higher. No, it doesn't even go up. I thought maybe it could rotate further if this was shorter. Anyways, you know what, kids, if you like this, have fun, enjoy your cars, buy what you like, have fun with your toys. But for 5 Alarm fans, a big disappointment. Look at that. They also changed this part. If you notice, the whole insert is black now, or before, kind of the chrome parts used to pop up. So instead, what they did is they just made this whole inside one piece. Well, it's all, to be honest with you, it's also partially consumers' fault because consumers only want to pay $1. So guess what? You get what you pay for. And we'll take a quick look at the other side. Nothing in particular. And somebody noticed something with the 32 Ford. Carnage GMD. Whoa, hold on a minute. Why the heck is there an E-case car, the 32 Ford? In the age case, that was months ago. 32 Ford, cool car. Now, unfortunately, sometimes people, it sure seems like people in the factory will have a stash of cars, and I have some super treasure hunts in there. And they turn around and they take the super treasure hunts and then they put old cars in the case. Now, age case, that's the USA case. And here you can see we have the case code for the USA packages. International packages do not have the case code here, and I can't help you with any of the code. I don't know what it means. H, so I went to my E case. He mentioned E case. I thought, well, maybe it's kind of different looking or something. Same wheels, same. I do not notice anything different. Same exact release. Now, which one was which? So H case is the one. So why did they put an E case car? Oh, it is H case. So see, E case, F, G, H. 3 months later, they just reissued the same car. But to be honest with you, sometimes there are times where you find some old cars with some old case codes, and then you find them in a newer case, and it just makes you wonder what is going on. Croc Rod, that one guy who puts ketchup on mac and cheese, commented, I saw Croc Rod and memories just struck me from when I was 5 and played Track Attack on the Wii. Note, I'm still playing the Wii U after the Switch has been out for some years. So what, this was a car in Track Attack? Pretty cool. Now, it was kind of fun to see this model back. I was going to talk about it anyways, but since he posted that comment, he just got a featured comment. There was like a big gap right here, and I was thinking, was that how it was before? I do not remember. Is a part missing, or is this supposed to be popped in? And so what did I do? I went to my collection, got myself an old Croc Rod. There's look at his eyes and his tail and his teeth. And sure enough, yeah, that gap was there before. I just, I can't remember the details of every car. And yeah, that's how it was before. So I'm just glad to see it back, to be honest. F. Clef rules. Congrats on over 800 subs on the Mr. Grooves channel. Thanks for the vid, Mark. Thanks very much, F. Clef. By the way, he's been a subscriber for at least 5 years. Look at this old comment I dug up. Yeah, he's been around a long time. Now, I talked about that. I showed you this treasure hunt, this basic treasure hunt. And it's Rusty, commented, if my car has rubber tires, does that mean it's a treasure hunt or is it something else? Well, basic treasure hunts will have the silver Circle Flame logo on the package. They'll have a Circle Flame logo on the cars. Those are for basic treasure hunts, not super treasure hunts. I'll let you know coming up next. Super treasure hunts often have a TH logo on the car. They will have rubber tires, special paint, and they'll have a gold Circle Flame logo behind the model. But just because it has rubber tires doesn't make it... All Hot Wheels with rubber tires are not super treasure hunts. Super treasure hunts are they're differently colored versions of a regular release. This one's regular. It's kind of hard to tell the color difference, but there is a color difference. Not only that, you can see it got graphics on the hood. The regular release, no graphics on the hood. And do I have a chip on my paint on my truck? I think so. Or something stuck to it. Anyways, let's not get distracted. So rubber tires in a basic package with the TH, but not all of them have THs. That's a super treasure hunt. But not all cars, sometimes it's even hard to tell the difference. I just grabbed this old release right here. Here you have the 67 Chevelle SS396. On top is the regular release. No stripes on top. Super treasure hunt, stripes on top. TH up front, rubber tires. But at this time, they weren't putting the gold Circle Flame logo behind the car. This might be 2012. I believe so, if it says 12. Anyways, so this was before they started using the Circle Flame logo. It gets confusing. I made a whole video talking about treasure hunts and whatnot, how they've been through Hot Wheels history. Check that video out. There's lots of information. I know it's a little longer, but sit and learn something, okay? Now, I was talking to everybody, not just you. Here we have Hot Wheels Car Culture. And this one, Premium. Right now in 2019, they're putting this on the packages, Hot Wheels Premium. And anyways, so here you have a car with rubber tires. It's not a super treasure hunt. All of the cars released in Car Culture, or this car I should say, almost all of them have rubber tires. It doesn't make it a super treasure hunt. They're all like that. Super treasure hunts are superized versions of a regular car, especially 2019, okay? Now, as far as all of them having rubber tires, well, this one, even though it's a premium, it got special tires. That's not rubber, because those are railroad tires, because it means something in the movie, if you've seen Back to the Future 3. So just because you have a car with rubber tires does not make it a super treasure hunt, okay? Now let's take a look at the new for 2019 models that debuted in the H case, and they're probably going to carry over into the J case as well. They have been doing that. Mattel has been carrying over the brand new releases into the next case. It's great because if you missed it in one case, or maybe your store didn't get an H case, if they get a J case, you get a chance to get the McLaren Senna and a few other new models that were in that case, brand new to that case. New models, of course, USA packages have this text on the back. Shatter lap records with this exotic McLaren inspired by three-time world champion driver Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, hey, it's called McLaren Senna too. Check that out. What a coinkydink. This 789 BHP coupe. Wow, you got me there. It has a top speed of 211 miles per hour and even looks faster. I don't know what BHP. Let me know. Anyways, there you have the McLaren Senna. Pretty cool model. I'll crack it open in just a second. Let's go ahead and I'll show all the loose cars in a moment. This was another 2019 new model in that case, Skyboat. On top you can see that it has a special feature. Flip over the bow of Skyboat and it becomes a helicopter. This futuristic version of a convertible gives you the power to race anywhere on land, sea, and air. Roborace Robocar is the world's first autonomous race car. This pioneering electric-powered speedster is setting records, at tracks all over the world. Join the new era of AI racing. 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Whether you're driving on street or track, the Type R is totally rad. Its sculpted hood scoop cools the 306 horsepower 2-liter turbocharged engine, while the giant rear wing keeps it glued to the road. See how that says 306 horsepower HP? That's what that other code, I don't know what that an acronym stands for. I'll be looking for your comments. The Roborace Robocar, look how low profile it is. I'm going to open up the package right now. But I was looking at it, it's like, man, it almost looks like Slide Kick. Look how squishy flat cars. That's what my kids used to call them when they were growing up. Squishy flat cars. So there you have Roborace Robocar, and it looks practically like the same car. I showed this one in a previous Mr. Grooves video. Let's crack open the McLaren Senna first. Thanks a lot for telling me that it's on the cover of the Forza Horizon 4 video game. Very cool looking car, low profile. Has a splitter in the front. Spoiler in the back. It's one piece, it looks like. You do not get separate spoilers in the basics anymore. Typically they're molded to the body. There's a look at the other side. Cool model. And quite a few people suggested this for track time. We'll see when I get to it. I know I'm behind, but that's just the way it goes. 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Let's crack it open. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, well, anyways. There you go. There's a look. You got your details in the front. You have graphics. Printing, I should say. No graphics on the side. So it got detailed headlights, and it did get printing in the back. Interesting rear. Is this body design, or is there something on top like right here? Pretty cool. Once again, molded spoiler into the body. Now let's go ahead and get another new model. Roborace Robocar. I watched a video on it on YouTube. It's pretty cool. But they had it, the video I watched, they had it limited to 75 miles per hour. It drives itself. It's not remote control. There is no driver. Right here on the top, there's a camera on the Roborace Robocar, and so that's why they have this nub sticking up. There's actually a camera that's able to look down and see the road in front of it. I did notice that when it was adjusting for curves and stuff, it was kind of jerky. Maybe that's why they limited it to 75 miles per hour. I'm not sure, but it's kind of cool. That's what's cool about collecting toy cars. You get toy representations of real vehicles that we know we'd never own. Now look how they made that air pass through there. That's pretty cool. They did it on the front too. Look right there. But you know what? When they did this 17.4 GT, you can see the yellow through there. When they did the 17.4 GT, the I think race version, the C-pillar I think it's called, they blocked it off. How come? Why did this guy get air pass through and not the 17.4 GT? I don't know. And last up, Skyboat. Here we have a funny looking car. Looks like a cartoon character. It does have a moving feature, as we've seen on the back. Let's check it out. So I guess this is like a boat. I guess this version would be a boat because it has this down. And then you flip this over. I guess this is supposed to be a helicopter version, except there's no propeller. What version is this? Yeah, it says it becomes a helicopter. A futuristic helicopter. Well, I see the rotor in the back. Where's the propeller? How do you get lift? This does lay all the way back. That's why they have the knots here. This isn't the propeller. Anyways, if you like it, buy it. If you don't, let it go. Let's go ahead and see it real quick. It's kind of interesting. This part's kind of neat to have a driver's compartment with the canopy. one driver. Do you have a joystick or whatever they would call that to steer? Nope, there's not even anything. Can't think of what they call that thing that would stick up. It has a specific term. There's your Skyboat's name. Did they put it on the base? Yeah, Skyboat. Oh, I almost forgot. I had a note to myself to talk about the base code. MO2. That means this was actually produced. M is the code for 2019. And this was produced the second week of 2019. Between the licensed models, I think the McLaren's probably going to be people's pick as to the favorite to collect. I don't know. You know what? You got Honda fans. They're going to like their cars as well. Roborace is kind of cool. And you know what? The package doesn't say anything about it being a track star or a track car. You know what? It has this low profile. Maybe that's why, because it's not going to be able to do loops. But if you do a track layout without loops, I think this thing would do pretty well. The only thing is that the boosters, if you put in a booster setup, this concave part right here, it might cause, when it's going through the booster, sometimes it can wiggle because it has these divots in the side for it to give it a leeway, and it's too much wiggle room. It might not shoot out of the booster straight. I don't know. You can suggest. I don't even know if I'm going to do boosters for track time. And this one, you know what? If you like it, you like it. Personally, you're in the back, sir. If you have a moment to check out that Micro Wheels video, thank you very much. Here's my case unboxing playlist, as well as my track time playlist. Thank you for watching. Happy collecting, and have fun with your toys. Bye-bye.